Hello cellists, today we're reviewing the Piano Guy's bows. This one's Ziggy, the all-red bow. We also have Luke, Bruce Lee, and Carmen. I'll do a video for each bow and then a summary video, so make sure you watch all 5 before you take the plunge and buy a new bow. First of all, let's see how much it weighs. 78 grams. So it's a nice average weight. You may want to find out what the current bow you're playing weighs so you know if this will be similar to what you're used to right now. Great, let's see how it plays. That is Ziggy. So I'm doing reviews for not only Ziggy, but also Bruce Lee, Luke, and Carmen. We'll also do a summary video where you hear them all back to back. Make sure that you watch all the videos. This is a very different stick than Luke or Bruce Lee. It's not too much of a bump in price range, but you get a lot more carbon fiber than fiberglass, which is not the case, I think, with the other, with the Luke and the Bruce Lee bow. If you look closely at the bow there in the light, you can maybe see it's got sort of a braided zebra-ish thing going on. That's actually the carbon fiber that you can see, whereas in Luke, it's just a painted stick. This bow, although it's about the same weight, you saw the weigh-ins as the other bows, it feels lighter, and the balance point is a little bit closer to the frog. You can see. Again, don't worry about the red hair. The Piano Guys have a trade-in program where you send the bow into them and they'll rehair it, or they can send hair out to you if you prefer your luthier to do it. The styling on this one is very flashy, right? You have a slightly nicer tip there with ivory, or it's probably, look like ivory plastic. And then a red slot down the middle where the mother of pearl would be. All of them have the same bass clef and sharp sign that you'll see, although this one is red. So Ziggy is a lot of fun to play, and it's a smooth pull. So it's smooth, much like the Luke, but you get a little bit more richness out of the instrument with this sort of refinement. It also bounces quite well. And all of them will do a staccato or spiccato bounce. This one will also do a pretty good sautier. Each bow has a different balance point, so it takes me a minute to adjust to it. But this one will bounce quite well. I think more so than the other two, the Luke and the Bruce Lee. The thing that enchanted me most about this bow was how it worked on the electric instrument. So I want to give you a chance to hear it on an electric. If you own an electric instrument, I would seriously look at Ziggy. This is the bow that Stephen Sharp Nelson plays. When he's playing his acoustic instrument, he plays with a wood bow, but when he's playing his electric, he plays with Ziggy, and I have to say that I probably would do the same. I just really like the way that it pulls on the electric. On an electric instrument, you don't have to push so hard, right? The sound doesn't come from bow, weight, and speed in the same way that it comes on an acoustic instrument where you have to work to create it. We have, electricity for that. So no matter what you're playing here, it's going to be a very smooth pull. I really like the way that it bounces on the electric. So let's do a little bit of electric for you. Let's see. You have to forgive me, electric is not my specialty. Wow, so I don't know if that translates on camera, but this is a lot of fun to play on an electric instrument. I also think it draws a lot of attention. I mean, as long as we have this atypical shape, it's fun to have the atypical red hair. So this bow is for rock stars. If you're interested in a bow that really does shine on electric instruments, is quite versatile on an acoustic instrument, it's going to be a step up from the carbon fiber bow that you get at the music store, generally speaking. So Ziggy, make sure that you watch the summary video because you'll hear all of them back to back. But that's Ziggy. Happy practicing, cellists.